guys, welcome everybody. How are you all doing? Can you guys confirm if my audio is okay? What's up? What's up, everybody? Hi, 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 everybody. Can you all hear me now? Is the audio all okay? What's up, everybody? Good evening, good evening, good evening, folks. All good? Hi, Ashika. Hi, others. Hello, hello. Am I audible? Yeah? Clear, clear, clear. Cool, cool, cool. Done, done, done. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. So this is the very first class of MBA Pioneer English, right? So this entire session, this whole 2 hours, I'm going to be speaking in English. Now you are here to experience this. That's why we are doing this on YouTube. This is a paid batch, but we are doing this a demo on YouTube to let you guys know what the experience is going to be. Taking a DILR class from Surana sir in English. Yeah. Shall we get this thing started? Perfect. So what we are dealing with now is DILR. DILR is one of the most hated. At the same time, a lot of people are scared of this section. Yes. Now, what's the reason behind the hatred or the fact that you're afraid of it? Let's talk about that. Number one, this section has been so unpredictable over the years, right? In fact, even before 2020, it was unpredictable, but post 2020, it became even more unpredictable because of the change of format. The format kept changing almost every year, confusing people because they were not able to set a proper strategy. Number two, are there any fixed number of topics that we have to do, or is there any fixed type of sets that we have to cover? No, right? Over the years, we have noticed that in DILR, the way they test your skill in this particular section has changed over every year. In fact, every slot also it has changed, right? For example, if I look at 2025, right, they asked a couple of questions from circular arrangements. Now, circular arrangements, the last time it was asked was in early 2000s, right? From 2017 onwards, there were no questions asked from circular arrangements, but suddenly there was one set per slot asked in circular arrangements. Similarly, if you look at 2024, before 2024, in 2023, all the three slots had no DI sets at all, no data interpretation sets at all, no graphs, no charts, nothing. But in 2024, we realized that in every slot, they had asked a new type of chart. They had asked a bubble chart. They had asked a candlestick chart. So here, you need to stop asking questions like, is this enough? Is this the syllabus? Should I focus more on DI or should I focus more on LR? What are the topics that I should focus on? No. Instead of focusing on topics like you do in, say, quant, right? In quant, what do? You focus on particular topics, right? So if you pick up arithmetic, for example, you focus on percentages, profit and loss, you focus on SICI, you focus on ratios, proportions, you focus on averages, you focus on time, speed, distance, time and work, right? That is not how DILR works, right? You're not going to do one concept, do some questions on it, get comfortable with it. No. It is all about how you are able to interpret the given question, given set, and how your approach changes with respect to the given demand, the asked demand. Okay. So here it's all about building skill. Now, in the first process of it is to understand some basic rules for some particular concepts like arrangements. In arrangements, we have linear arrangements and circular arrangements, and knowing the concepts behind it, knowing the rules behind it is very, very important, right? So that's going to be our first step to understand what are the rules in arrangement. Are you all ready? Is it okay now? As I'm speaking, they're changing the audio. Let's see if it is working out for them. Yeah. DILR has been, will always be one of the savagest of the sections because there's so much they can do there. All the creativity that they can do, they put up everything in DILR. See, in quant, they know these are the concepts. They can only make questions based on those concepts. In VARC, again, VA, fixed kind of rules, right? Fixed kind of question types that they can ask. In RC, all they can do is give you a different kind of passage. The questions always remain similar. But with DILR is where their whole creativity, their 12 months of creativity comes into play. All the subject matter experts who work on the paper, they do not have to sit and work on 22 questions, 24 questions, 20 questions. No. They basically have to come up with 5 weird kind of puzzles that will baffle you in the first read. That's basically it, right? But the best way we can prepare for a section like DILR is to practice so much, to get exposed to this section so much that when a set is asked, we would be easily able to tackle it. At least be able to attempt it. That's going to be the whole idea. Okay, now it's good. Perfect, perfect, great. Okay, let's begin with arrangements 1 now, shall we? Yeah. So arrangements 1. Now my name, by the way, for people who are new here, my name is Amit Surana. I will be your DILR expert throughout this CAT 2026 journey. All right. So we're going to start with linear arrangements. With linear arrangements, you need to understand that when you're placing people horizontally, right? When you're placing people horizontally, let's imagine that there are these 4 seats. Okay, my collar mic is completely on. Hello, mic check. If my collar mic were off, Saurabh, you wouldn't be able to hear me at all. This is the only only device that's on here. Okay. DILR is clearly for creative people. Yes, clearly, I would definitely agree with that. Moving on. Okay, let's start with the simple concept. Okay, let's say there are these 4 seats. Okay, seat number 1, 2, 3, 4 in a movie hall. Only 4 seats are there in a row. Now, they are saying that X is not your X, just a person named X, okay? Not Professor Xavier, X from the X-Men, no, X is sitting here on seat number 4. Let's say that this was given to us. Now, imagine there is a condition that says Y is seated to the left of X. Now, can you tell me where would Y be seated? Normally, what people would do is, if this is X, right next to X, there is a seat number 3. That is where we would imagine Y would be seated, correct? Seat number 3. Yes, seat number 3 is left of X. Perfect, good. Completely valid answer. It's not wrong. However, you need to understand that. Let's say you're walking on a road. You're asking me, where does the street fall? And if I am me, a DILR teacher, okay, you ask me, where is this particular street? I would say, go straight and take left. When I say go straight and take left, it becomes your responsibility to assume that it will not always be the first left. Because I did not say take the first left. What did I say? Go straight, take a left. That's what this condition is also saying. It is saying that Y is seated left of X. That's it. So left of X need not always mean just seat number 3. It could also mean seat number 2. Because would you deny, is Y not on the left side of X? Y still is on the left side of X, right? If this is X, all of these seats are to the left of X, right? Yes. So then there would be the third case also where I can make Y sit on seat number 1. Because it is still true. It is still true that Y is seated left of X. Understood? Yes. A lot of people are saying that there's an issue with the audio. Let me quickly log into the channel and see if the issue is actually there. Give me 1 second. I'm going to listen to my own voice. I know that's going to log into the channel and see if the issue is actually there. Give me 1 second. I'm going to listen to my own voice. I know that's going to... I can hear it clear. The audio is fine, guys. Maybe you've not connected your earphones, or maybe you're listening on the speaker and your speaker volume is a little low. You maybe work on that, okay? Perfect. All right. Moving on. Now, this is one type of condition. Another type of condition is this. Z is seated to the immediate left of X. Now, what do you notice here? Why is there a sudden shift in the kind of condition? The first condition is simply saying that Y is to the left of X. However, the second condition is being a little more specific. It's being a little more specific. It's saying not just any left, but immediate left. Now tell me, where would Z be seated? Now can you tell me, where would Z be seated? Can Z sit on seat number 3 again? If Z is seated on seat number 3, can Y be seated there? No. So can I say this first case that we built up is going to create a fight between Y and Z, that this is my seat, this is my seat, this is my seat, this is my seat? Not going to happen. So what do? We strike this off. This case can never happen. Yeah. Next, let's say Case number 2. Can I make Z sit on a seat that is immediate left of X? Yes, I can, because it's an empty seat. So this particular condition still prevails. Let's go to the case number 3. Third case also, I can make Z sit on seat number 3. Yes, I can. So what happens in linear arrangements is left and immediate left are two different stories. When I say left, I'm not being specific. It could be the first left, the second left, the third left, any left. But when I say immediate left, it is being very specific. Got it? Yes. Now let's go. Next condition. The next condition says W does not sit at either ends. What do you mean by this? W does not sit at either ends would mean what? The ends of the row, correct? So W cannot sit on seat number 1. W can obviously not sit on seat number 4 because someone else is seated there. So can you tell me where would W be seated then? In my second case, if I look at it, there are exactly 4 seats. One is taken by X, Z and Y. The empty seat is seat number 1. Can I make W sit here? No. That means W would be seated here. Again, what would happen? My seat, no, my seat, no, my seat. This is what happens. So what would happen? This also gets ruled off. Yes, this one also gets cancelled off. Now there's only one case that prevails till the end, which would be here. So W would come to seat number 2 because seat number 4 by default was X's seat. Seat number 3 we had to give it to Z because it was clearly stated that X's immediate left is Z. Between Y and W, either W can be here and Y can be here, but that wouldn't be possible. So then the only possibility is Y would be on seat number 1 and W would be on seat number 2. This becomes our one true case. Cool? Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. भाई यार सब ऑडियो के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं. एवरीबॉडी सेइंग ऑडियो नहीं है बराबर. एक सेकेंड रुको, मैं ट्राई करके देखता हूँ. हेलो हेलो हेलो. हाँ ओके गॉट इट थैंक यू यार. हाँ इज इट ओके नाउ? Is it okay now, guys? Can you quickly confirm if my audio is okay now? Now is it good to go? Yeah. All right. Better? Yeah, clear? Cool. Thank you so much. Voice issue is still there. I don't think there should be any other voice issue. Background noise. Okay, let me. अच्छा बराबर है ना अभी? नहीं, अभी ये लोग बोल रहे हैं कि ज़्यादा आ रही है आवाज़. मतलब पीछे कुछ बैकग्राउंड में, हाँ बैकग्राउंड में कुछ आ रहा है. मैं भी गेन कम करके देखते हैं. हाँ डन. Now is it okay, guys? Is it okay now? Are we sure? Thank you मेरे भाई. Thank you. Now I think it's okay, na? All good? Perfect? Perfect. Sorry. This was on my, the mistake was on my side. We have 2 mics, okay? So the one that I had actually plugged in here, I did not turn that on. I had turned the other one on. I hope now it's all okay, yeah? Perfect. Good to go. Great. All right, let's continue then. So are we clear now with the conditions? What are the conditions? Number 1, left, immediate left need not be the same. Yes, when I say left, it could mean first left, second left, third left, any left. So we have to look out for something called very specific kind of conditions, okay? Now, left and immediate left not always the same, right and immediate right not always the same. I hope that is clear. This is rule number 1 of linear arrangements, okay? Now let's move on to the next bit. When I say left and right, don't you think left and right is a little more perspective? Because for example, if I'm facing like this, And this is my left hand, right? I have this device in my left hand. This is my left side. So when I'm facing like this side is my left side. The moment I turn around, is this my left side anymore? No, my left side also changes. Because left and right changes with respect to me, correct? My perspective. Left and right is my perspective. So here left and right changes with respect to the perspective of the people who we are trying to seat. Yes. So a simple assumption will sort all of this out. Let's say this is you. Okay, this is you. This is us who are arranging. We always assume that we always face to the north. Okay, we always face to the north. This is us, and we always face to the north. Now, the people we are seating, the people whom we are arranging, they need not be always facing north. Am I right? They could be facing some other directions also. So let's talk about those conditions. Condition number 1, if the people whom we are placing, whom we are arranging, if they are also facing north, then you always consider that, for example, if the question says y is seated here, x sits to the immediate left of y. Can you tell me where x would be seated now? Quick. Quick. Now what happens is, when I say y is on seat number 2 and x sits to the immediate left of y, the only seat possible for x would be what? A seat to the left of y. This is where x would come. So when everybody that we are arranging or anybody that we are arranging is facing north, you always consider this side to be left for everybody and this direction to be right for everybody. This is cool? Yeah. Now let's twist things up a little. Again, let's say these are the 4 seats. This is us. We always face to the north. But this time the people that we are arranging are no longer facing north, they are facing south. Now if they are all facing south, what happens? Left and right would change. Am I right? If seat number 2 is y, where would x be placed here? X sits immediate left of y, but this time left and right would change, correct? In this case, x was in seat number 1, but in this case, x will no longer be on seat number 1. X will have to be on seat number 3. Why? Because they have changed their direction of facing. So their left and right would also change. Perfect, superb, amazing. Yes. So this side becomes right, this side becomes left. This is called facing south. Good to go? Yes. Now we've understood these 2 things. Shall we try one example question? Can we try one very simple example question? Let's go. Let's try this. There are 8 friends, A till H, are sitting in a straight line, all facing the north. Now here they have specified that all are facing north. Sometimes some questions may not do that. Sometimes some questions would be like, hey, I won't tell you which direction they are facing. So at that time, we always assume this. If no direction is given, then you always assume this particular case, that they are all facing north. Got it? But this question, they've specified it that they're facing north. Let's go ahead. Let's try this now. We have some conditions here. And how many friends are we placing? We are placing 8 friends, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 seats. Yes, I'll number them also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 seats. Good to go? With the help of these conditions now, the conditions start here and they end here. Okay, the conditions start here and they end here. With the help of these conditions, we have to place these people. Are you all ready? Let's do that. F is sitting between D and G. Is this a very good condition? F is sitting between D and G. Whenever they are talking about between, always remember, whenever they are talking about between, it's a very generic term, right? Between. I can say, for example, I can say that 2 is between 1 and 3. Is that wrong? That's right. 2 is between 1 and 3, which is right. I can also say that 2 is between 1 and 4 also. Between 1 and 4, 2 is also being placed, correct? Yes. I can say that between 1 and 5 also 2 is placed. Am I right? This creates unnecessary ambiguity. So always remember, when they generally specify between, it would always mean that it is between two people, that is one seat between two people only. To avoid unnecessary ambiguity, we always have to consider that, okay? So in this particular situation, when they say that F is sitting between D and G, what would happen? If this is D, this is G, this is where F would be seated. But this is only one of the cases. The second possibility could be this is D, this is G, and this is where F is sitting. Both of these are true, correct? F is between D and G, but not necessarily D first and then G, correct? D, G, and then F in between. That's one case. The second case could be G, D, and F in between. Both are right. Clear? So both these cases would be remaining. Can we start off with that? Not a very good case, right? Why? Because imagine if I start off with that, what would happen? Imagine the number of cases I would end up getting. I could do D, F, G here. 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 The cases keep going on. Is this a very good start to solving a set? Obviously not. We always want to start a set with a condition that would give us the least number of cases. Obviously, sometimes we may get some conditions that give us only one case, but sometimes we might end up getting conditions that would give us 2 or 3 cases. So always compare the number of cases to be least to begin with. So we are not going to begin with this particular case because this is not helpful at all. Yes? Not helpful at all. No. Very bad very bad condition to begin with. Let's see the next one. Again, B is sitting between H and A. Unnecessarily complicated. If I do that, what would happen? One case between H and A. So H would be here, A would be here. Or the second case, I could have A here, B here, and H here. Yes? Not required at this moment. Leave it. Let's go to the next condition. E is third to the left of G. Again, this one, E is to the third left of G, may not be very helpful at the moment, but if I combine that with the other one, if I combine both of these, now this is a very good condition. A combination of these two conditions, condition 3 and 4, very good. Why? They're saying G is sitting at one of the corners. So I can make either G sit here or I can make G sit here, correct? So I'll have one case with G sitting here. Let me use a different color to explain it to you. So one, I can make G sit here, or one, I can make G sit here, correct? 2 cases I can build. But what are they doing? They are saying in the previous condition, they have said that E is to the third left of G. Now imagine if this were G, do I have any seats to the left of G? No seats only. Because G is the first seat, there is nothing on the left of G. That means G will be on the seat number 8, correct? So this is G's correct position. Perfect? Yes. From there onwards, I need to place what? I need to place E now. Where? Third to the left. So first left, second left, third left, which is seat number 5. So this is where E would be seated. Good to go? Perfect, everybody? E is third to the left of G. Are we good to go? Nice. Yes, perfect. Okay, so now these conditions have helped me. These conditions have helped me find out at least G and E's position. Next, H is third to the left of C. I still don't know where C is, so I can't place it. But from the existing ones, I can use something. What is this one saying? F is between D and G. F is between D and G. So if this is G, I can't place D anywhere else because I know that I will have to use one of these. Which one am I going to use? I will have to use this one only, correct? Because G is here, that means the next seat would be F and then D here. So F is between D and G, it's useful now. Now I'm able to use it perfectly. Good to go. Let's go. So this one is also done now. Now I can maybe try placing this. H is third to the left of C. I need to place C somewhere. And they're saying H is third to the left of C. So this HBA or ABH are 3 seats together, correct? So it's either 1, 2, 3 or 2, 3, 4. I'm going to try with 2, 3, 4. Let's see. Can I try with 2, 3, 4? I'll put H here, B here, A here. Then what is left? Only one person is left, which is C. Is this correct? H is third to the left of C? Nah. H is to the right of C. So it's not working here. So then the other possibility would be I can place it on the other side, right? I can place it here. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to put H here, B here, A here. So H, B and A, this is done. What's left? C is left. Is H third to the left of C? First left, second left, third left? Yes. So I know this process might sound very, very little. This process might sound a little too slow for you. But this was just an example question. This is not how questions get asked in CAT level tests, right? So we are going to see those also. But this is just the first ball. I don't want to ball a yorker or a bouncer to you. I'm going to give you an easy ball to understand whether you're able to play or not. Okay, good to go. Shall we answer the questions now? Ready cap H, A, B, no. Buddy, it's saying that B is between H and A. You made a mistake. Sankalp, that's what I'm saying. Whether they mention exactly or not, the basic assumption is this only. This is to avoid ambiguity. Got it? Yes, let's answer the question now. Let's go. What's the question asking? Who's sitting between A and D? A is here. E is here. Who's seated between them? C is seated. Where is C? C is not option C. Person C, which is option D. Good to go? Ritu, you might want to read it a little bit carefully and a little bit patiently. That happens. When we are in a hurry, our hands get jittery. We might not be able to read things very clearly. So you have to be a little patient. You have to make sure that you read the question and the set, the conditions and the options very, very patiently. Okay, done? Good to go? Shall we try one more now? Let's try one more. This one is for you to try. Let's see if you can do this. Let's go. I want you to try this one. Let's go. No, it's okay, Ritu. It's okay. It happens. That's what I'm saying. Na? When we are in a rush, when we are in a hurry, that happens. It's okay. You'll get used to it. Let's go. Can we try this one? 5 friends P, Q, R, S, T are sitting in a row facing south. Q is sitting in the center position. P is at the west end. T and R are sitting on one side of Q. 2 persons are sitting between P and R. Who is sitting between Q and P? Sakshi, yeah. So you have to be careful that options and the name of the person may not be the same. Okay, they'll trick you there. Be very careful. That's okay. Can we try this one? Okay, Shyam is saying the answer is C, S. All right. How about the others? Question 2, also option C. Nice. Okay, the previous one was not option C. It was person C. This time it's option C. Superb. S is the right answer. Nice. Let's go. Let's try this one. So how many friends now? 5 friends. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seats. Okay. Which condition do I start with? I want a condition that gives me some or the other specific location. Q is sitting in the center position. Can there be anything more specific than that? No. There are exactly 5 seats and they're saying that Q is in the center position. The only possible place for Q is here. Because this center from the left end also, from the right end also. Now, P is sitting at the west end. What is west end, guys? West end. This is west, this is east. Correct? This side is west, this side is east. So who's sitting on the west end? P is sitting on the west end. So this would be P. Good to go? Now, the third condition, T and R are sitting on one side of Q. What normally people do in this one is, they say, one side is T, another side is R. Is this correct? No, it's not. Why? They've specified that both T and R are sitting on one side. There is a difference between one side and each side. 2 different things. They are not the same. They are not the same. One side does not mean each side. Each side, if they say, then Q, one side will be T, another side would be R, but they've specified they're both on one side of Q. So which one side can I place T and R both? Can I place on this side? No, I can't. Then I'll have to place on this side only, because here I don't have two seats. I have only one seat empty. So they have to be here. So either this is T, this is R, or this is R, this is T. I still don't know. I'm not sure. I'll come back to that in a while. Last condition says two persons are sitting between P and R. This is a more fitting condition to pick. So if there are two persons between P and R, that means P, two persons and then R. So P, two persons and then R. If R is here, then it will be this case, correct? R and then T, leaving only one person here who is S. What is the question asking? The question is asking who is sitting between Q and P. Who's sitting between Q and P, folks? Between Q and P. So P is here, Q is here. Who's between Q and P? It is S. Do I have S in the options? Of course I have option C. Now in this entire question, did we actually need to know which direction they are facing? We didn't use it only, no? Did we use anywhere that this side is going to be right for everybody and this side is going to be left for everybody? Did we use it? Didn't even have to. Why? Because it was not tested only. Yeah. But sometimes when that happens, it could become a little tricky. For example, try now. Try this question. Let's go. Can you try this one now? In this one, this question is completely crazy. Why? 5 friends, Bhumika, Rashi, Shweta, Vibha and Arunima are sitting in a row facing east. And this time, so they are talking about some direction of facing, and this time they are talking about left and right. Second to the left of Shweta. Yes, second to the left of Shweta. Left of Shweta would depend upon which direction Shweta is facing, correct? If she is facing north, direction would be different. If she were facing south, left and right would be different. But this time what they are saying is they are facing east. This is where it gets a little tricky. Sir, facing east, how do we do that? We have not discussed that. Yes. Let me give you a very, very easy way to do this one. Because it could be a little confusing. What you would end up doing is you might turn your seats during the test. Okay, so they're saying they're facing east. Okay, let me turn east and then do it. What would happen? You'll suddenly hear one knock on your head saying, hey, look into your own system why you're facing that side. Because cheating is not allowed, right? So the best way to deal with this is to draw a map like this, where you know that these directions, this is north, this is south, this is west, this is east. Now for each of these directions, you can place left and right very easily. How? Simply start from the north. From here, go clockwise by writing L and R. So L, R. First L, then R. First L, then R. First L, then R. What does this show us? If they are facing north, this is left, this is right. If they are facing south, this is left, this is right. Same way, if they are facing east, this is left, this is right. If they are facing west, this is left, this is right. Isn't that useful for us? Of course it is, because now I can use it. Now what is used for me in this particular question? This bit. Correct? Because they're all facing east. So can I try placing this one now? Can I try solving this one? If they're all facing east, how will they be seated? They'll be seated like this, am I right? One, how many people? 5 friends. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they're all facing like this, east. Yes, so if they're all facing in this direction, what do I know? Which side will be left? Which side is left? Above. Above is left, below is right. Yes, so can I place that also, that above this direction is going to be left for everybody and below this direction is going to be right for everybody. Yes. Now can I start solving this? Can we try doing that? Let's go. Can you tell me which one should we start with? Bhumika is between Vibha and Shweta, useful? Not really. Rashi is second to the left of Shweta, useful? Not really, but do I have any other choice? I don't have any other choice. So I might end up getting multiple cases, but I again need to choose the one that gives me the least number of cases. If I choose this one, Bhumika is sitting between Vibha and Shweta, what would happen? Bhumika is between Vibha and Shweta, or Bhumika is between Vibha and Shweta. V, B and S should be together in some order, but again I'll get multiple cases here. VBS could be here, VBS could be here, VBS could be here. So this is 3 cases into 2, 6 cases. Should I start with that? Obviously not. So which one do we start with then? If the first condition is not very useful for us, go for the second condition. Second condition says Rashi is second to the left of Shweta. There is Shweta somewhere and Rashi is second to the left. Can Shweta be here? Can this be Shweta? No. Shweta's left, no seat only. So this can't be Shweta. Can Shweta be here? Maybe, but what's the problem? They're saying second to the left of Shweta. There's only one left available. So this also can't be Shweta. That means the first possible seat for Shweta would be here. Am I right? So this is where if Shweta is seated here, then first left, second left, who is seated? Rashi is seated. Got it? So if Rashi is here, Shweta is here. I know Shweta, with Shweta I can place a particular condition. I can either use this or this. I know I can't use V, B and S because I can't place V here, B here and S here. Not going to work. So it's going to be this possibility. So S is here, B is here, V is here. Who's left? Arunima is left. Arunima will be here. But is this the only possibility? May not be. Is this the only possibility? May not be. I have another case also. What's the other case? I've placed S here. I can maybe try placing S here, no? Can I do that? If S is here, second to the left of S is who? Rashi. So I'll place R here. Now, which one can I use? Can I use VBS? Can I do VBS? No, I can't. Can I do SBV? S is here, BV, not possible. Here also not possible. Is this case true? Useless case. If S is here, I cannot do SBV at all. Not possible at all, right? Can I do that? SBV? No. Can I do VBS? No. Both not possible. So this case gets ruled out. S can never be here. Another possibility could be that what if S was here? If S is here, second to the left is going to be R. Again the same problem. What? Can I do VBS? S is here. This should be B. This should be V. Not possible. Can I do SBV? Below S there are no seats only. So none of these cases are possible. This is the one true case and we'll start answering the question from here. What's the question asking? Who's sitting at the south end? South end would be what? This is the south end, right? This is the south end. Who's sitting on the south end? South end is this person. V. V is who? V is Vibha. Option D, Vibha. Perfect. Are we all good to go? Quickly drop a Y in the chat to let me know that you've understood different directions of facing. So you've understood north, south, east, west, everything good to go? Very nice. Very nice. Now, so far what we've been doing are individual questions. Let's up the level a little bit. Let's get into the kind of format that CAT is asking. What's the format? It always asks in a set format. Individual questions like they ask in quant won't come here. There'll always be a set with either 4 questions or 5 questions or 6 questions, right? So let's start with a very simple question which has only 10% confidence. Not too complicated, not too easy also, somewhere in between. Try this. Now for this question, I'm going to give you some time to solve it and then we are going to solve it together, okay? So I'll give you some time so that you can read through this. 5 minutes I think should be sufficient. Read through this, try to solve it, and then if you want to have a look at the questions, let me know. If you want to, start solving it, do let me know. Let's go. Let's try this, guys. Yes, correct, Atharv. You want to see the questions? Here are the questions. I'm going to go to the previous slide. Last 1 minute, folks. Let's see. Are we done? Has everybody gotten it? Let's go. Let's start this one. So what is this set? Is it a very complicated one? No, it's not. Although it looks very lengthy, there are too many words, but let's read this patiently and see. Oh, so there are a lot of unnecessary stuff in this particular question. Let's point those ones out also, the ones that we don't need. The Auto Expo 2025 has a display. I don't care who has a display. I only care that there are 5 upcoming EVs, and those are these ones. Yes, these are the 5 EVs that I care about. The first part I don't care about. Each of these brands are given a stall numbered 1 to 5 next to each other in a row. Nice. 1 to 5 next to each other in a row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Easy. Okay. Where no other brands or products were displayed. Good to go. Let's go to the next one. The organizer was given the task to ask these brands. All this is unnecessary. All this bit is unnecessary. We don't need this, yeah? Do we care about who was asked to do what and that the brands bombarded them with their requests? Not necessary. Unnecessary stuff just to make the set look a little lengthy. Okay, let's move on. Jeep did not want their stall next to Kia. I just want this bit. Jeep did not want their stall next to Kia. I don't care about this. The reasons could be anything. I don't want to get involved in their personal feud. Kia and Jeep are fighting for some reasons. Nobody cares. We just want to make sure that Kia and Jeep are not placed next to each other. Mahindra and Nissan want their stalls together. This is all I want. I don't care the reason. Why do Mahindra and Nissan want it together? We don't care. Do not care. However, this news has created a rift between Lotus. Only thing is, Lotus and Mahindra do not want to be seen together. That's it. We don't care the whole backstory and all. Origin story, we don't care about it at all. Nissan also has a superstitious belief that the factorial of the stall number cannot be less than 100. Okay, now wait. What do you mean by this? Factorial of their stall number cannot be less than 100. What do you mean by factorial? Does anyone know what factorial means? Anybody? Factorial. For example, if they are asking us 3 factorial, the sign for factorial is this. This is factorial. What do you mean by 3 factorial? 3 factorial is nothing but starting from 3, you keep going backwards all the way till 1, multiplying all of these numbers. So 3, then the previous number was 2, then the previous number was 1. So this is 3 into 2 into 1, which is what? 3 into 2, 6 into 1 is 6. Yes. Same way, what would 4 factorial be, guys? What's 4 factorial? 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Good thing for me, I've already calculated this. This is nothing but 3 factorial, which was 6. So 6 into 4, 24. Next, 5 factorial. What's 5 factorial? Same, this number into 5, correct? 5 into this number, 24. 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, which is how much? 120. Now what are they saying? They're saying that Nissan has a superstitious belief that factorial of their stall number cannot be less than 100. If the factorial is less than 100, we don't want it. Is this less than 100? Yes, we don't want it. Less than 100? Yes, we don't want it. Less than 100? No, it's more than 100. Oh yes, we want it. But can I go next level also? Should I do 6 factorial also? Do I need 6 factorial? No. Why? The stall number is only from 1 to 5. Only 1 to 5 stall number. So the maximum I can go is 5 factorial. I can't do 6, 7, 8 and all because that stall number is not there only. I hope that's clear. Got it? Yes. The Japanese have an old connection with mathematics after all. Unnecessary stories. Unnecessary stories. The organizer, an MBA graduate, don't care. From a reputed B school, don't care. Was able to allot the brands their stalls without disappointing any of them. So they're saying there was a perfect arrangement possible. We just have to build on that. Okay. So let's try that quickly. How many? 5 particular slots. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. And now I need to place cars in them. Correct. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We replace it with a table 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What did we learn from the previous one? That the Japanese car, which is a Japanese car, Nissan, cannot be 4 factorial because 4 factorial was 24. We don't need this. 3 factorial will obviously be less than that, which was 6. We don't need this. 2 factorial is 2. We don't need this. 1 factorial is 1. We don't need this. So the only possible place where I can make Nissan car be there is what? Here. So here is where I would have the Nissan car. What's the name of the car? Nissan, whatever is the name. We don't care. Nissan. That's okay. Moving on. So this condition is done. Now Mahindra and Nissan want their stalls together. So if this is Nissan, the only place I can place Mahindra's car would be here, correct? So this would be Mahindra. Done? Perfect. But because of this, Lotus and Mahindra, they don't want to be seen together. So if this is Mahindra, Lotus and Mahindra cannot be together. Can this be Lotus? No. This cannot be Lotus. Not possible. First condition says Jeep did not want their stall next to Kia. Jeep did not want their stall next to Kia. Jeep and Kia could not be together. Jeep and Kia should not be together. So imagine Lotus can't come here. So I'll try some possibilities. Okay, I'll try some possibilities. What if this was Lotus? If this were Lotus, then obviously Jeep, Kia can come here, or this could be Jeep, this could be Kia. Am I right? But can I also try with Lotus not being here, Lotus being here? Will it work? If Lotus is here, then Jeep and Kia both will be together. Is it possible Jeep and Kia to be together? Is this thing possible? Not possible. So we have one arrangement, but the only thing is Jeep and Kia, their positions are not fixed. Got it? It could be Jeep and then Lotus Kia, or it could be Kia, Lotus and then Jeep. Mahindra and Nissan is fixed, Lotus is fixed. This is fixed, this is fixed, this is fixed. Only Jeep and Kia can interchange. So there are two cases. Yes? Clear, everybody? So let's answer the question now quickly. Answer: if the Avenger is what car? Whose car was Avenger? Whose car was Avenger? Avenger is what brand? Avenger was what brand? Avenger is Jeep. Okay, so Avenger is Jeep. They're asking if Jeep, this is Jeep's car. Okay, Jeep Avenger. If Jeep is displayed in stall number 1, stall number 1, I need Jeep. Stall number 1 is Jeep. If this is stall number 1, can this be Kia? No. If Jeep is here, can this be Jeep? No, this will be Kia. Okay, now let's answer the question. They're asking, then which brand displays in the middle stall? Middle stall is this one. Middle stall is who? Kia. Where is Kia? Option B, Kia. Easy? Are you feeling this, guys? It's easy? Yes? Very nice, very nice. Good job, good job. Let's try the second question now. If Avenger is displayed in stall number 1, again, Avenger is what? Avenger is Jeep, correct? Avenger is nothing but Jeep. Jeep's car is Avenger. If the Jeep Avenger is displayed in stall number 1, then which car stall is second from the left end? So again, what are they saying? Jeep is here. So this can't be Kia because Jeep is here. If Jeep is here, this has got to be Kia. This can't be Jeep. Which car is second from the left end? Left end, first, second. Is it correct? Have they mentioned which direction these cars are facing? North, south, nothing. So we will assume north. And when we assume north, we always say this side is left, this side is right. So if you say Mahindra, you've fallen in a trap. This is a trap answer. They wanted what? I can see a lot of people saying Mahindra. Be very careful, not Mahindra. We want second from the left end. This is right. We don't want right. We want from the left end. So from here, left end, this is the first car. This would be the second car. Whose is the second car? L. L is what? Lotus. Do I have Lotus? Yes. Option C, Lotus. Clear? Anyone who's still saying Mahindra or option B, please be very, very careful. This is the right end. They are asking from the left end. Second from the left end, not from the right end. Be very careful, okay? Perfect, perfect. Yes, option C, Lotus. Final question. This time, they are playing with us. This kind of a question is called an extension question. What they're doing is, in an alternate scenario, so in a different scenario, if the request from the brands were as follows, this is the request. Nissan also has a superstitious belief that their stall number must be both even and prime. So this time Nissan is saying, bro, forget about the factorial logic. I don't care about the factorial logic anymore. Now Nissan is saying that its superstitious belief is what? That their stall number must be even and prime. What do you mean by prime numbers? What are prime numbers? Numbers that are divisible by 1 or by itself, but not both. I can't take 1. 1 is not prime. Is 1 a prime number? Is 1 a prime number, guys? No. Is 4 a prime number? No. Why? Because 4 is divisible by 1, it's divisible by 2, and it's divisible by 4 also. Prime numbers are numbers that have exactly 2 factors. Only 2 numbers can divide them. Is 2 a prime number? Yes. It is divisible by 1 and 2 only. So it is a prime. Is 3 a prime number? Yes. 3 is divisible only by 1 and 3. Is 5 a prime number? Yes. 5 is also a prime number. Why? Because it is divisible by only 1 and 5. 4 is not a prime. 1 is not a prime. Now, along with it being prime, they also want it to be even. What numbers are even? Even numbers, we all know that, right? We've learnt in school. Yes, even numbers are what? Even numbers are what? That are divisible by 2. Is this even? Yes. Is this even? Yes. Only 2 numbers are even, 2 and 4. But this time they're saying it has to be prime also. So, being prime and being even, only one number exists in the entire number line, which is even and prime. If a number has to be both even and prime, the only number is 2. Clear? So this time they are saying that Lotus is not here anymore. This is Nissan. Okay. So I'll remove of all other conditions. Second one says Jeep wants a stall that is second from the right end. Right end, second from the right end, this would become Jeep. Yes. Third condition they're saying every other request remains the same. What are the other requests? What are the other requests? Nissan and Mahindra should be together. Nissan and Mahindra should be together, but what are they saying? See here, Nissan and Mahindra should be together. Lotus and Mahindra should not be together. And Jeep and Kia should not be together. Got it? So when in this question, when they say Jeep and Kia should not be together, if Jeep is here, can I place Kia here? Can this be Kia? No. Can this be Kia? No. So the only place where I can place Kia is here. Nissan and Mahindra are together, so this would become Mahindra. Automatically, which car is left? I'm done placing Kia, Nissan, Mahindra, Jeep. Which car is left, guys? One car is left, which is Lotus. So Lotus will come off here. Yes. Now, can I answer this question? What's the question asking? Which brand has stall number 5? Stall number 5 is what? Lotus. Which is option C, Lotus. Now, we are done with the set. Yes. Did you notice that in this entire set, every corner, at every corner, they had put a math condition there. First, they spoke about factorial. Yes. Then next, they spoke about numbers being even. Then they spoke about them being prime. So you need to understand that DILR takes a lot of inspiration. DILR puts up a lot of its condition taken from math. So if your math is not good enough, if you're not comfortable with math, you will face issues with DILR also. Okay? Done? Shall we move ahead? Let's go. So now we are done with a 10% confidence level. Now I need a little more complicated. That was a little too easy, right? Let's see what a little more complicated set could be looking like. Are you ready for set 2? Are you ready for set 2, guys? Yeah? Let's go for set number 2. This is a little higher than the previous one, okay? Now again, I'll do the same thing. I'll give you some time. I want you to try this on your own first, and then we will do it together, okay? I'm going to give you 7 minutes for this one. Try doing it, and then we'll discuss it together. Let's go, guys. Try this. Do let me know if you want to see the questions or anything, okay? You want to see the questions? Go back to the set. Okay, let's go. Done, everybody? Superb, superb. Amazing work, guys. Shall we start discussing? Let's go. Let's see if we can quickly do this one, okay? Are you all ready? Come on. So what do we see here? A debate is conducted between two teams of 6 members each. So 6 members, total 12 members. Team 1 consists of okay, now names are very little creativity I've shown here, but P, Q, R, S, T and V. Okay, these are the names of people in team 1. Now what they're saying is they sit in a row facing north. So there is one row of people who are facing north. Okay, so P, Q, R, S, T and V, not in this order obviously, but these guys are all in row 1 and they are all facing north. Again, they're saying that B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, B, C, D, E, F, G. are part of team 2 and they sit in a row facing south. Again, they're saying each member of team 1 sits facing each member of team 2. So what does this mean? PQRSTV facing north. Same way these guys BCD, E, F and G. These guys are part of row 2 and they face south. And they're facing each other. So there are two rows of people sitting facing each other. Just like in any debate competition, it happens. Got it? Yes? Perfect. Now we have some 8 conditions. We're going to deal with those once we are done setting up the whole set. Okay, we'll have a quick look at the questions though. Who sits adjacent to D? Easy to find. Person who sits facing B does not sit adjacent to which of the following? Easy to find. Who sits second to the left of G? Easy to find. Who sits as far and in the same direction to P as E sits to G? Could take us some while to process this particular question, but it's easy to answer. So we can get a perfect arrangement here. Okay. This session goes on till 10 p.m. Vikshit. 8 to 10 is the class timing. Okay. So we'll start this off. What do I know? There are 2 rows of people. 2 rows of people. In row 1, people are all facing north. In row 2, people are all facing south. Who are the people? We've listed those also down, right? We have P, Q, R, S, T, V, and in row 2 we have B, C, D, E, F, G. Not in this order. Order we have to figure out yet, okay? Yes. Now what we do is we start arranging this. Can we start arranging this? Let's start arranging this, shall we? Yes. So how are we going to do that? First I need 6 slots. And I need to look at the conditions also. Why is this already solved? Okay, so I think I missed it. Give me 1 second. So this thing is already solved. I'll just fix this up, okay? I'll empty this so that we can easily deal with this. Okay, done. Getting back to this. So now I need to start arranging people. Let's do that. Mind you, because these guys are facing north, row 1 guys are facing north, this is left for them, this is right for them. However, since these guys are facing south, this would be left for them and this side would be right for them. Be very careful around it, okay? So let's start with first condition. I'll erase all of this extra stuff. Let's start with a condition that tells us something more specific. We want something more specific, okay? Rat sits second to the right of Sat, not useful at this moment. Only one person between Rat and Wat, not useful at this moment. Chin sits immediate right of the one who faces Wat, not useful. 2 people between Chin and Fin, not useful. Cat sits fourth to the left of Tat. Could this be useful? Can this part be useful? Q sits fourth to the left of T. So think about this. If I place Q here, Q is in row 1, correct here. If I place Q here, left of T, right? So if I place T here, first left, second left, third left, fourth left, this could be Q. This is one possibility. What's the other possibility? Is there other possibility? Yes, there is another possibility, which would be what? If T was here, then Q would be here, correct? If this were T, then this would be Q. So I'll just use a different color. To show another case. T here, Q here. Or if you want, you can draw another table also. Let's draw that. In fact, let's make it a little more easy for us to understand. Let's draw one more table. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 seats. Perfectly done. Okay. So in another case, what would I do? I'll place T here. This is T and Q sits 4 to the left of T. Q could come here. Perfect. Yeah, sorry, this is right. So this would be Q. I'm sorry. This is Q, this is T. My bad. Same way, this is Q, this would be T. This is Q and this would be T. Okay, done. Two cases. Sorry, my bad. Done. All right. So this was a good clue. From here, I at least know where Q and T are in two cases. Okay. Now what do we need? We need any other case that has to do with Q or T, anything. They're saying G is an immediate neighbor of the one who faces T. One who faces T, G would be the neighbor. There are two seats. One who faces T, G would be here. But I still feel that we should first figure out one of the rows and then go to the next row. I'm going to place this on hold. I'm going to come back to this in a while. Again, this one is not very useful for me. I'll not look at this now. Let's go back to rat, sat. Once rat is done and sat is done, I can place vat. From vat, I can place chin. From chin, I can try placing fin. So this looks like a very good sequence, okay? So I'm going to try with this. Rat sits second to the right of sat. So think about this, right of sat, right? If this is sat, if this is S, first right, second right, I can make rat sit here. Yes, rat sits second to the right of sat. Make sense? Yes. What if this were sat? If this were S, first right, second right, there is T already here. This can't be S. Obviously, the only empty space is here. There's no right of S here. So this one is fixed. Good to go. This one is fixed. S will be here. R will be here. R is second to the right of S. Good to go. Good to go. Can I do the same thing here? Let's do the same thing here. Now here the problem is we might end up getting multiple cases. Yes, let's try that. So rat sits second to the right of sat. So I can do sat here. 1, 2, rat here. This is possible. Or I can do sat here. 1, 2, rat here. Kind of annoying at this stage. I know it is a little annoying at this stage, but we have to be patient. Okay. I'll place Q and I'll place T also. I'll see if this case could work for me. So I'm getting 3 cases. I'll work with that. No problem. Next, only one person is between R and V. One person between R and V. R is here. I can't place that one person here because then I can't place V. So the only possibility is this is R, this is V, this is that one person. Correct? Here, R here, empty here, V here. This could work for us. In this case, between R and V, only one person. Do I have the place for it? Think about this. This is R. This is one person. There is no place for V. This is R. There is no place for one person. So the second case I can rule out completely. This case can never work at all. Done. So I still have 2 cases only. Who's the one person left? P is left. So this would be P. In our case, this would be P here. Okay. Yes. Done. Good to go. Can we go to the next one? Chin sits to the immediate right of the one who faces VAT. So where is VAT? VAT is here. The one who faces VAT is this guy. Okay. The one who faces V is this guy. And chin sits immediate right of that person. Facing is this guy. Immediate right would be this. This is chin. Correct? Here. This is V. This is the guy V is facing. So immediate right of V would be chin. Chin would be here. Good to go? This is confusing. I told you, right? It will take you a lot of patience to get used to this. Okay? You have to get used to this. Patience is very important. Moving on. Only 2 people sit between C and F. C, 1 person, 2 person left. F is here. C, 1 person, 2 person. F can't come here. So 1 person, 2 person. F will be here. Got it? Good to go. Moving on. G is an immediate neighbor of the one who faces T. I don't have T. I have T. So I can maybe try with this one now. Let's see if that could work. G is an immediate neighbor of the one who faces T. Who faces T? This guy faces T. So either G could come here or G could come here in this case. Annoying. Who faces T? This guy faces T. G would be here. So at least here I can place G very confidently. But here I have 2 cases for G. I'll wait this out. Let's wait this out. Okay. I'm kind of done with this. I'll come back to G in a while. Okay. Next they're saying, look at this one. Bin sits third to the right of Din. So think about this. Bin is sitting third to the right of Din. So first right, second right, third right. This is Din. First right, second right, third right. E sits to the immediate right of B. E sits to the immediate right of B. So I need this coming here somewhere. I need E, B, dash, dash, D coming here somewhere. Do I have the place for it? I can't do EB here. I can't do EB here. If I do EB here, dash, dash is not possible. Yes. So this is mandatory. I can't put it here. So this entire case is gone, irrespective of where G is coming. So then I'll have to make peace with this one. So what will happen? E, B, dash, dash, D. Done with the whole arrangement? Are we done with the whole arrangement? Can we quickly check if this is correct or not? From the top, can we go? Yes. R sits second to the right of S. S, first right, second right, R, good to go. 1% between R and V, 1% between R and V, good to go. C is immediate right of the one who faces V. The one who faces V, this side will be right, okay? Left, right changes. V opposite is this guy. C is to the right of him, done. Next, I have two people between C and F. C and F, two people, done. Q sits 4 to the left of T. T, first left, second left, third left, fourth left, Q, done. G is an immediate neighbor of the one who faces T. One who faces D, immediate neighbor is G, done. Now I have two more conditions, I'll confirm that. D does not face R. Is D facing R? No, he is not. This is a good to go. G does not face P. Is G facing P? No, this is also good to go. Clear? Yes. This one also, see, B sits third to the right of D. This is D. This side will be right, correct? So first right, second right, third right, B, correct. E sits to the immediate right of B. E sits to the immediate right of B is also correct. So this is our true arrangement. Got it? Everybody clear with this? Yes. Perfect, perfect. So now I have the true arrangement. Yes, this is an annoying set. This is annoying. This is time consuming. This is confusing. This is tiring. All that is true. But the one thing that can answer all of these questions is patience. If you have enough patience, you can answer a set like this without taking too much of stress. Yes? Ishita, see, I normally say this to everybody. There are two stages of CAT preparation. One, where you're learning the basics, where you're learning how to put one step ahead of the other. You're learning not to fall while walking. Yes, you're learning not to hold hands while walking. You're trying to be independent. And at that time, if you think about running fast because you want to finish the race quickly, that's wrong, right? If you're not even able to walk properly, why do you want to run and fall? So running time will be during mock test. When you give mock test, that is when you can work on your strategy on how to reduce the time. But during learning, during practice, forget about time. Time doesn't exist for you when you're learning a concept, when you're practicing it. Okay? Cool? Done? All right, perfect. You have all these questions, all of these kind of questions in your DPPs, yes? Done? Now, can you quickly answer these questions, guys? Let's go. See if you can quickly answer these questions, folks. Start answering these questions. Who sits adjacent to D? Where is D? D is here. Who's sitting adjacent to him? Adjacent to D is who? G. Do I have G? Yes, I have it. Option C, done. Yes. Can we move on? Ujjwal, see, so I can, if you want, I can repeat the whole set, but I can't do just one part. Yes, I'll have to repeat the whole thing. The best idea for you would be to scroll back a little and watch that part. That is easier for you also, for me also, and best for the whole class also, right? So all you have to do is just scroll back a little and start watching from there. Okay? All right, let's go. Next one. The person who sits facing B does not sit adjacent to which of the following? Can we try this? The person who's facing B, so B is here, who's facing B? R is facing B. They're saying R does not sit adjacent to which? R is sitting adjacent to Q. R is sitting adjacent to P, but I don't want Q and P. Do I want Q? No. Do I want P? No, because both of these guys are sitting adjacent to R. Who is not? V is not. This will be my answer. Okay. Is V adjacent to R? No, see, V is one seat away from R, not adjacent. Done? Shall we go to the next question? Who sits second to the left of G? Quickly answer. Who sits second to the left of G? Quick, quick, quick. Why is D right? D will be right if we don't have a fixed answer. We have a fixed answer. No, we know that V does not sit next to him. That's it. Everybody who's saying B, congratulations, you've all fallen in the trap. They're asking who sits second to the left of G. So G is here, first left, second left is B. Is this left? This is right for these guys, na? This side is right, no, for these guys? Yes, this side is right for these guys, na? Are they asking second to the right? If it were asking second to the right, then this would have been the right answer. They're asking second to the left. Is it possible to have second to the left? One guy, second guy, there's nobody here, empty seat. So what's the answer? None of these. Because nobody can sit second to the left of G. Clear, everybody? So whoever said B, you have to be a little more present, okay? Done? This question can be a little tricky. So whenever you come across these tricky kind of questions, my suggestion to you would be break it down. Lengthy questions, break it down. Complicated sounding questions, break it down. Who sits as far and in the same direction, east or west direction, to P? So they're saying P is our person in question, okay? As E sits to G. First, let's find out E and G's relation. E is here, G is here. So what is happening? This side is west, this side is east. For everybody. For everybody. West, east does not change with respect to your perspection. If I'm standing like this, if this is west, this will remain west. Even if I turn like this will only be west. Even if I turn like this will only be west. Even if I turn like this will only be west. Are you getting this? East, west, north, south, they don't change. They are fixed. Yes. So here they're saying relation between E and G is what? E and G. G is first, second, third to the east. Correct? E, G, what's the relation? G is third to east of E. E, first east, second east, third east. So they're saying for P, who will it be? Where is P? P is here. P is here. Yes. Okay, E sits to G, the other way around. The other way around. We have to go from G to E. First west, second west, third west. So here a few things would change. Can't be G, this can't be E, this can't be east. This is going to be what? E is third to the west of G. G is our reference. From there, I need to find E's position. Okay, so same thing I have to do with P now. For P, I have to go third seat. I have to go 3 seats to the west. 1, 2, 3. Who is it? S. Do we have S? Yes, S is here. Option A. Done? Very good. S. Perfect. Perfect. Clear, everybody? Very good. Very good. So whenever we get complicated questions, right? Whenever we get complicated questions, it's always safe for us to break it down and then try to understand it. Okay? Are you guys ready for the third set now? Let's build up the difficulty level now further. So we saw some example questions which were dead easy. Then we started with a 10% question, a 20% question. Now let's go to 40%. Are you all ready? Nice. Superb, superb. Neeru, very good. 3 out of 4 questions is nice. I think the fourth question was the P and G question, right? E and G question. Anyway, let's go. So here is the set. This one is obviously more complicated than the previous ones that we saw. So you will have to be patient again. I will give you time to solve it. Don't worry about that. I'm going to give you 10 minutes so that you can solve this one. And then we'll start discussing this together, okay? If you want to see the questions, do let me know. Yes, let's go. Yeah, Atharv. We've seen similar ones there also. Yes. I see the questions. Done, Harshad, very good. You want to go back to the previous one? Okay. Done. Last 1 minute, folks. Shall we start solving it? Yeah, let's go. So for this set, I will help you solve the set, but you will answer the questions, okay? These questions you will answer, but we'll start off with the set. Let's go. So they're saying that 10 athletes J till S, okay, are standing at the start of the line of a marathon, and each athlete stands in one of the 10 lanes. So there are 10 lanes and they're standing, okay? This time what they have is different directions. Somebody is facing east. They're saying exactly 4 people face east, and I see that somebody is facing west. Is there anybody facing north? Is there anybody facing south? No. So basically having east and west, and what do we know? How many people are facing east? 4 people are facing east, correct? So west, how many people will be facing? Out of 10, if 4 are east, 6 should be facing west. Alright, so we have to keep a track of this also. Yes. We always start with these kind of sets from a place where we know for sure. Like condition 1, I can definitely use. Why? Because they're saying N stands at position 5, fixed position, and his direction of facing is also given. That's very good. So I'll first start making a lane for them. Yes, I'll start off like this. I'll go slot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I think I'll make a table itself. I think that'll be easy for us to deal with, right? So let me make a table itself. I'll use this table and I'll list it out. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Start off from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These are their positions. Okay. So who's standing on position 5? N is standing on position 5 and facing east. So position 5 is N and he's facing east, right? Freak, that's an assumption we are taking, buddy. Since in the question they are talking about people facing east, people facing west, nothing about north or south, so we're going to take that as an assumption, right? Otherwise there's no way to solve this at all. Okay, so east we have 4 people and west we have the other 6. That's the only opportunity for us. Okay, that's the only way we can answer this. Exactly 4 people face east, so this side is east. Yes, moving on. M stands immediately to the left of N. Now left and right would change, correct? Left and right would change. For people facing west, for people facing east, left and right would change. This is left, this is right. For west, this side would be left, this side would be right. Yes, correct. So people facing east, N is one of them. M stands immediately left of N. This is N. Immediate left will be right above him. Right above him is M. Done. O stands to the immediate right of N. N's immediate right is this, so this would be O. So far good? So far, yes, that's what I'm written, no? East 4 people. Rahul? Exactly 4 people face east. I mentioned it here. East 4 people, so the remaining 6 people will be facing west. Got it, everybody? So these 3 conditions are good to go, right? No confusions here. Now we need to move further, right? Let's try to move further. Let's see what we can do with the rest of them. Yes, let's go. Now M, N and O I am done facing. I am done placing. This is gone. But I don't know which direction they are facing. M and O I don't know, but I know N is one of the people who's facing east. Okay, moving on. J stands at one of the ends of the row and faces west. Now J is facing west. Okay, J is facing west and he's standing at one of the ends. It could be this end also, it could be this end also. But what is the next condition? K stands immediately right of J. So for somebody who's facing west, right is above, correct? Imagine if J was here. If J was here and he is facing west, can I place K immediately right of J? Immediately right of J would be here. Can I place K? No, it is not. Not possible at all. So what happens? J will be where? J has to be here only, who's facing west, and K will be immediately right of J. Clear? So one guy who's facing west I know is J. Done? This is also sorted. Clear? Now the next one, S stands at one of the ends. One end is already taken up, so the other end has to be S. So S stands at one of the ends of the row and faces east. So S is also facing east. S is also facing east. Done? R stands immediate right of S. Immediate right of S would mean right below. So this is R. Done. L stands somewhere between K and N. L stands somewhere between K and N, but not adjacent to either of them. Now you can say, do you remember earlier when we saw these conditions that somebody is between two people? You ask, sir, they are not saying exactly. This is how they will say otherwise. They are saying that L is somewhere between K and N. So there is K somewhere, there is N somewhere, here somewhere, any one of these places L can be there. But what are they saying? But not adjacent to either of them. So K, L, N not possible. N cannot be next to L, cannot be next to N also, L cannot be next to K also. Okay. So if this is K, this can't be L. L is not possible. So either if this weren't L, then what is the only possibility? N is here, K is here. N and K, somewhere between N and K I have to place L. These are the two places left. This can't be L, so this has to be L. Done? You understood this ninth clue? Moving on. Q stands immediately next to M. Next to M, this seat is taken up, so this has to be Q. Q stands immediately next to M, but not on the same side of M as N. Yeah, MN is here, so MQ will be on the other side. Done. P faces opposite direction of M and Q. P is opposite direction of M and Q. I don't know. I'll see where only one person is left, which is P. Correct? Everybody else I have done placing. J, K, L, M, N, O, Q, R, S is done. So this is P. Now they're jumping to directions. Okay. P faces opposite direction to M and Q. So M and Q are one group. P is another group. I don't know where it could come. MN could come here and P could come here, or MN could come here and P could come here. We'll have to figure that out. Okay. Neither L nor O stands at an end. Useless. I'm done placing the whole arrangement. This 12th condition is faltu, unnecessary. Okay. K faces the same direction as N. N is facing east. N is facing east. So K is also facing east. So think about this. If K is facing east and there are only 4 people facing east, 1, 2, 3 is done, 4 people are facing east, so I have place for only one more. Can I put M and Q both here? Not possible. No, I can't put M and Q both here. So that then it has to mean that this is P, everybody else is here. Who are the rest of the people? J is done, K is done, L, M, N is done, O, P is done, Q, R and S. 2, 4, 6, 7. Who am I repeating? S I've repeated. Sorry, S won't come. So J, L, M, O, Q, R will all be facing west. Done. So N, S, K and P. S is already facing east. N is already facing east. K is already facing east. Now P is also facing east. Got it? Everybody else is facing west. R is west. Q is west. M is west. O is west. L is west. Everybody else is west. Sorted? So this is an easier set to solve, of course, but it is a little lengthy in terms of the size of the set. Too many conditions to deal with, but all of these conditions were actually arranged for us sequentially. If the same set of conditions, if they were jumbled, then it would have been an even more complicated set to solve. Okay, done. So this is our final arrangement. Okay, I will leave the questions for you to solve. You are going to solve the questions and you're going to post them in the comments. Okay, comments of this video. I need the answers. So this is the perfect arrangement. All the questions you have to answer. How many questions were there? Exactly 5 questions you have to answer and place them in the comments. Can you do that? Ishita? No, it is not confusing. It is clearly not confusing. So what I want you to do is, from these 3 sets that we've seen today, we saw 3 sets and we saw 3 example questions. So a total of 6 kind of questions we've seen, right? If in any question you found that it is confusing, or a particular step you did not understand, or you wanted something to be repeated, just go back to that set alone, that question alone, watch it with a complete peace of mind. You have to be peaceful, you have to be patient, you will understand it. It's not that complicated, it's not that difficult, it is a doable question. Okay, 13th condition, half is direct. Now this whole condition is indirect actually, I mean, but yeah. Done? Got them all right? Very good, Bhavniti, super. I don't want you to put the answers here in the comments, okay? Don't put the answer here in the chat. Once the video is done, put them in the comments. I want you to solve it and then put them in the comments, okay? Done, everybody? So with this, we are done with this session. I know it might not have been very comfortable for you. Initial few questions, there were a lot of people watching, a lot of people answering also. Slowly, when we started increasing the difficulty level, people started panicking. This is exactly what happens in DILR, even in the test. Initially, when you're all energetic, you'll be like, yeah, I'll take up the first set, I will answer it, I will get it correct, I know I'm very confident. But if the first set itself becomes a difficult one, complicated one, you start losing your energy, you start losing your confidence, and slowly you will start losing your motivation also. Now, what normally happens is, DILR is always your second section. First section is VARC, third section is quant. Normally, by the time VARC is done, a lot of people are already exhausted because 40 minutes of continuous reading, correct? You're continuously staring at the screen and you're reading. You're not writing much there. You're only looking at the screen. When you're reading the RC passages, you're looking at the screen. When you're doing VA also, for most of the time, you're looking at the screen. Only when you're doing, say, parajumbles or something, you're writing on the paper. Otherwise, there's very little that you're doing on the paper. Even RCs, very little part of RCs you write in the summary, correct? Now, what happens is, by the first 40 minutes of your test in the VARC section, you are physically drained. Now, when you jump off to DILR, because DILR is not just looking at the screen and answering, it's also looking at the screen, parallelly trying to solve it. You are physically drained already. Now you are also mentally drained. So by the time you're done with VARC, you jump to DILR, you are done physically and mentally. Now, the impact of this falls on quant section. Yes. So what you need to learn is practice patience. It's okay. Maybe this set is not meant for you. I'll try the next set. Maybe I need a little more time with this. I'll figure it out in a while. You need to be patient to tackle DILR. Otherwise, it's going to blow your minds off because you won't be able to tackle even a single set. And I have heard so many of the students who come and tell us later when we are going to the exam hall and we're standing, they come and tell to us that I wasn't able to touch even one single set. Only because you lost your patience. Never lose your cool, especially in the DILR section, because the first thing that they test is your patience level only. Okay, done. Now, another thing, throughout the session, you would have noticed there was somewhere or the other a little bit of quants being played. And most of the cases, there was English, verbal being played, correct? The kind of conditions, understanding the language behind them. When they said that two people R and T are on the one side of Q and not each side of Q. Yes, somebody is between two people but not adjacent. So these are all language things. Your DILR is not a standalone subject. DILR is not separate from your quant and VARC. It's a combination of both. You have to be good at quant You have to be good at verbal. Only then you can be good at DILR. Because DILR is an adaptation of math and language put together. So how you're using the math behind it and how you're understanding the given set is important. Along with this, just a little bit of understanding the concepts, knowing the rules, knowing the conditions, all those come into play. Clear? And trust me, DILR, this is a skill. Okay? And any skill can be learned. Got it? Any skill can be learned, provided you are patient enough. If you lack patience, you can never learn any skill, right? Yeah. Do you think when you go for, say, music classes, when you go for guitar classes, do they hand you a guitar immediately on day one and then they teach you the strings and you start playing? No, right? When you learn swimming, do they push you in the deep end of the pool and say, yeah, go swim? No, right? It takes a lot of patience. They slowly, first they teach you the theory behind it, how you're supposed to hold your breath, what are the different types of strokes, what are you supposed to do when you're drowning, what are you supposed to do, how should your body be placed, how should your breathing be. Then they slowly ask you to enter into shallow end of the pool, right, where water is like only till half of your body or just covering 3/4 of your body. Then slowly you learn how to breathe, you learn how to float, then they teach you the basic strokes, then they take you to the deep end of it and teach you, correct? It's the same thing. If you don't have patience in DILR also, you will drown only. Clear? Done? Exactly. Payal, no, I will not say the answer. You have to put the answer in the comments and then I will approve it if they are right or wrong. Okay? Clear, everybody? Now, there is a quick summary. We've already done this today, right? So you can go through this summary. There is this community that we have. You can join this community. This is the official MBA Wala community on Telegram. And this is my community on Telegram. You can join this. This is the Telegram group. If you have any questions, concerns, you can raise it there. Yes. And we can have a discussion there. Cool. Correct. Yes. Yes, Bhavneet. Done. Perfect. Yes. Right, Atharv. Right, yes. Hardly any revenge there. You're not going to go up against anybody, so there's no revenge there, but yeah, you need to be fueled up also. You need a lot of energy to deal with this section. Cool? From where can we practice? So if you are a paid student, Priyashri, if you have already taken the batch, there are DPPs that you can solve. DPPs are basically daily practice problems. Yes, daily practice problems on each topic. So at the end of every class, you will see the DPPs where you can take them either in quiz mode or you can take them in the practice mode. So in quiz mode, there will be a timer running. Okay, here there is no timer. You can try both of these, see what you are more comfortable with at what stage of your preparation and then deal with it, right? Cool? Usual, it's okay, man. It's okay. See, I'll tell you the deal with DPPs, okay? We've intentionally kept the DPPs in such a way that there will be around 2 sets which are doable. Okay? Around 2 sets which are moderate to difficult. And there are around 2 sets that are intentionally complicated. I call them crazy. Yes. What normally happens is, if you end up doing these sets initially, you might not be able to solve them. Yes. So the order is very simple. This you can do it on your own. Do it yourselves. Okay. The second kind of thing might take you a couple of attempts. Yes, maybe 2 or 3 attempts to be able to solve it on your own, or maybe
or maybe you can watch the video solutions or the text solutions and do it. These kind of sets, even if you take 2 attempts, 3 attempts, half an hour, 40 minutes, 1 hour also, you might not be able to do it. Why? Because there is a particular approach that needs to be taken. And that approach will be there on the video solutions. Yes, so these video solutions, I have recorded them myself. So how I teach in the class is how we will be solving in the DPPs also. Okay, so you can practice questions from here. Done? Vikshit, it's a personal choice, man. See, normally with CAT, there is nothing enough. You have to keep stretching your horizons. You have to keep pushing yourselves further, because there is no particular set of questions that you need to do. This is more than that always, right? So PW books are good enough. But if you think you've exhausted them, you're done with those questions, then you need to practice from other resources also. And in most of the cases, we do sessions on the YouTube channel to help you with that. So don't have to worry about it, okay? Otherwise, you can go for any other book in the market that says, CAT book, you can go for. You can go for Arun Sharma, you can go for Nishit Sinha. Any book that says CAT, DILR, go for it, okay? Done, guys. Yash. Of course, it is possible, but you need to accept the fact that you won't be able to give full time for CAT prep. And CAT preparation, just like any other job, is a full-time task. So you have to manage your time. You have to give proper priority to it. It's not just attending the classes. You have to do regular practice. You have to give regular tests also. Only then you will be able to crack it, okay? So maybe these upcoming 8-9 months might be a little stressful for you. So you need to be prepared for it. For anybody who's working along with preparing for CAT or going to college and doing CAT preparation at the same time, you might go through a little bit of stress, a little bit of strain during these 8 months. So you have to be mentally prepared for it and physically prepared for it. And also make sure you have a planner and you follow that religiously. Okay? Done. Crazy, folks. All right, then. Let's end the session then, shall we? Yeah. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a very good night. I will see you in the next class where we are dealing with arrangements too, where we're dealing with circular arrangements. Okay, until then, cheers, everybody. Bye, bye, bye. Have a good evening. Ta-ta.